My name's Daniel. I'm making a video every day until Cleetus invites me to the Freedom Factory. On this episode, we're gonna organize this messy toolbox on a budget. So in the last episode, I took everything out of this box and I showed you how to build a budget toolbox and what kind of basic things you need to do a lot of stuff. I actually have had this box for a while. If you've been watching for a long time, early on in my episodes, I basically strapped this into the back of my truck and just left it in there in case I needed tools. But the only problem is I put a bunch of stuff on top because I thought it would just be easier to access and find things, which it kind of was and kind of wasn't. It was high up when it was in the truck. It just didn't work out good. If I forgot to strap the toolbox in, it would fall over when you just took the slightest turn. It would just fall over and then everything was a disaster after that. So that was actually what prompted me to do the first video and this video. Is this thing needs reorganized. It's been sitting in the garage for months and I've planned on doing it, I just haven't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reorganize this thing on a budget. I'm gonna use little simple tricks and hacks and things like that. We're not gonna spend $1 million. We're gonna spend 10 bucks or something like that, whatever, use stuff laying around. We're gonna reorganize this toolbox and hopefully you guys will get some ideas for your toolboxes to organize them on a budget. There's a huge storm that's been rolling through all day long. There's thunder and lightning, so I apologize if you see any of that on the video. We're making a video every day, so I can't wait for it to pass. I'm making my video right now. I want to share with you guys, I had the toolbox a little bit organized. I'm not going to use any of the stuff that I had organized it with, but I do want to show it to you guys to give you some more ideas. So one thing I had done is, this is like 1/2-inch foam that you'd use to insulate with. You'd get it at Home Depot. I had a scrap of it laying around, and I think what I did, it's been a long time, I think I took the socket and hammered it into it, and that's how I came up with all these little holes. And that's how I organized my sockets. They all fit in here. And that worked really well until the box flipped over and everything got banged around a whole bunch. And it's really beat it up and it's just not, this isn't gonna work anymore. We're putting things different places. It's just not gonna work. I've also got this. So basically what I did is I took some boards and I put some screws in it. So all the 1/2-inch sockets went on these screws. And I think the 3/8 deep sockets went on these, and I think all the 1/4-inch deeps were on these. I actually ran the screws through this way, and then I ground the tip of it, the point off, so you're not stabbing yourself on them, because that would not be good. And that's basically what I used for organizing all the sockets. Like I said, I'm going a completely different direction here. It's not gonna work for what I'm doing, but this could work for your application. It might be easy if you have a bunch of screws laying around to do something like this. And then the cool thing is you can really, with either of these, you can really pick and choose your spacing on your sockets and everything like that. It really gives you a lot of control over the process. So it is a cool way to do it, but we're gonna go a different direction. Let me take you in and give you a closer look at what we're working with here. So I pulled the bottom drawer out. I also wanted to check and make sure there wasn't any tools underneath this drawer because it had flipped over and stuff a bunch of times. So I've got all the sockets in here. They're just laying in here. This is awful. It's hard to find the socket you want. But I do want to move them to the bottom like this because I feel they're very heavy and I want the weight in the bottom to help keep it from tipping over again. So we're going to put them down there. I'll show you what we're going to do. These are the open end wrenches. This I haven't entirely fleshed out what I'm going to do here. I'm not sure. I had some ideas and I really don't know yet. We'll find out at the end. But the thing that I want to be careful of is I've seen them stood up in holders. I was thinking of doing something like that, but then I have to spend more money. And then they kind of take up a lot of room that way. So I don't know if I want to do it like that or not. They're also very noisy running down the road, so if I can do anything about that, I might. But like I said, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing there. I have some ideas here. This drawer has all the pliers and vice grips and crescent wrench, all that stuff. Diagonal cutters. We've got screwdrivers in here. I've got some random bits. So I have an idea for this drawer that I'm going to show you guys. but that's a mess. And then up here, it's kind of a catch-all. That's usually what happens up here. We've got zip ties, water weld, electrical tape, Allen wrenches, you name it. We've got everything in here. And I have a plan to organize it at least slightly more. So I'm going to show you all that. So I went to the Dollar Tree. I got some things to get started. I got these bins. I'm hoping that I'll be able to make them fit. I think they're going to be great for the pliers and stuff like that, but I don't know for sure till we get to that. You could also use cardboard. I've made little bins like this out of cardboard before. I also thought about using like a milk jug cut in half, like a half-gallon one would be around this size. You can get creative with stuff like that too. That stuff you're just going to throw away, so it's a gold mine if you're able to reuse it. It costs you nothing but a little time. And all that stuff's built to last. It's supposed to get, you know, the food product to your house, you know, over a truck or overseas or whatever. So it's sturdy stuff and it'll work good for that. So keep that kind of stuff in mind too. Don't count that out. That's a good resource. It might look a little ghetto, but it's gonna get the job done. I also got this from the Dollar Tree. It's gonna organize the top here, hopefully. So we'll see if that works out. I spent $5 at the Dollar Tree. And then I got a bunch of these. I actually had a whole bunch of these. I only bought like 2 of them. But altogether, if you were to buy all these brand new, it'd be about $16. So right here is about $21. And then I think anything else, I'm gonna think about stuff as we go here. I might come up with some more ideas as things flesh out. But right now we're gonna be in at $21. I'm probably gonna just repurpose things I have laying around for the rest of it. So probably the whole project's gonna be like $21. So that's a win. It's hard to get even one organizational thing for $21, like a nicer socket holder or a wrench holder or anything like that. So let's dive in. I wanna work on that bottom drawer first because I think that's gonna be the trickiest, but then also the most satisfying because it's gonna be nice to have those organized. So let's hop on that and then we'll go up drawer by drawer until we're done. So I've got to get all these little socket holders in this drawer and attached to something. If you don't attach these to anything, the sockets fall off. It doesn't work very well. So these work best attached and standing straight up like that. That's how I've found the most success with them. You can attach them right to the bottom of the toolbox drawer. Perfectly fine to do it that way. I'm going to take this board. I'm going to cut it to the size of this drawer. And I'm gonna attach it to this board because I think that's gonna be easier. I'll be able to remove the board if I decide I don't like this and I wanna change. I think just overall it's gonna be better for me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start by cutting that board to fit in this drawer, and then we can start attaching the socket holders. Got my wood measured out. I'm gonna cut it and then we'll see if it fits in the drawer. All right, I got my wood cut out. It fits great in here. It's a tight fit, so I'm not gonna show you on camera because it's a pain to get out, but it works great. Let's start attaching these socket holders on here. I'm gonna start by putting the 1/2 inch along the back side here because that's where I want them. So let's start putting those ones on. So you can attach these multiple ways. One way I've done it in the past is take screws and screw through it. And if it pokes out the back of your board, you can take the cutoff wheel, zip it off, and then run it a little bit smooth with it so it doesn't stick out. That usually holds it just fine. But I have these Harbor Freight metric bolts. I got this set, and there's a bunch of these really small ones, and they're pretty much useless. I never use them. So I'm just gonna burn them up on here and use them up. I have them. They're not doing me any good, so let's use them on here. You could probably do it other ways. If you're putting it in the bottom of here, you could use rivets. Just watch your clearance on the bottom there with your drawer pull out. Keep that in mind. This should work out just perfect though. The bolt head isn't gonna make it stick up too much, I don't think, so we should be good to go doing it this way. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them. I'm gonna do a quick time lapse and I'll see you in a minute. I got it all done. done. That took way longer than I was expecting it to, and it was very tedious, but I think the end result's looking pretty good. But I guess that's also why you pay a ton of money for something pre-made like this, is it's just a pain in the butt. But we save money by spending time and putting in the elbow grease. So let's load this thing up and I'll show you how it looks in the drawer. So that was a pain, but I'm happy it's done. It looks fantastic in here. Everything's very well organized and I can find it whenever I need it.
So this drawer has a bunch of these open-end wrenches. They're just flopping around in here. It's a mess. I think I have a plan on what I'm gonna do here.
So I thought long and hard about this and I scratched my head a lot on these wrenches. I think a wrench rack, like those ones they sell in the store, I don't think it would fit in this drawer to have two of them. So I think that idea is out, and a lot of the cheaper ones don't hold the wrenches very well. Like I have a nice Matco one, and if you bump one of the wrenches, it falls off and knocks all the other ones down and it falls off the wall. So I don't think it would work very well for this. I thought about making one, but then the problem with that is most of the things I'm gonna make it out of, it's gonna be a pretty thick spacing between the wrenches, so it's gonna take up a lot of room. So that didn't seem like a good solution either. Probably if I had unlimited time and budget, I'd probably come up with a solution to mount them up here and then have it so they don't fall off when you close it. I think that would be the best, coolest, nicest way to do it, but I'm making a video every day. I'm already spending too much time on this video, so we're gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna take this board, I'm gonna cut it down to fit in here, and I'm gonna make some sides for it, and I'm just gonna make a little box. And basically what that's gonna do is it's gonna dampen the sound a little bit. So it's gonna make the sound a little less annoying, and it's also gonna keep them all in one, like 3/4 of that drawer, and there'll be a little room on the other side if I wanna put something in there. Maybe the screwdrivers can go in there or something, or the extensions. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think it's gonna make the most sense. I have some wood to use. I'll make some sides. I'm gonna nail them together and hopefully not crack the wood. And we'll be done with that and we'll move on to the next drawer. We got our box all done. It looks awesome. Basically, I just used really thin plywood. I pre-drilled the holes and I used little finish nails to hold it together. That's all you gotta do to make a little box. Let's see if it still fits. It does, it's nice and tight. The drawer opens and closes. And then let me grab a handful of wrenches. Just to give you an idea, that's what it looks like. And then going down the road, that's a lot quieter than it was. So let's finish stocking this drawer up and then we'll hop on to the next one.
So we got all our wrenches in here. I decided to put the extensions in here because they don't fit down here. There's not enough room. And then all our ratchets are in here. So I think that's set up pretty nice. Let's move on to this top drawer. That is a mess.
So for the top drawer, I'm gonna try and use these little bins from the Dollar Tree. It seems like the height is almost right, except it just contacts the top of the drawer. There is some little feet on the bottom. I'm hoping if I grind those off, that'll be enough to get it to sit down. If not, I may have to remove a little bit of this lip. I don't want to, but if I have to, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I think with a little work, I think I can put 3 of them side by side. That way it holds all the wrenches.
All right, I got the bins fitting in here and the drawer now closes and opens, so they're the right height. But now the next problem is they don't fit. I think if I grind this lip off on each side of all of them, I think it might fit. So I'm gonna give that a try and it's gonna be really close. I think we're within 1/4 of an inch of it fitting. So I'm really hoping that it does fit like I wanted to. We'll find out in a second here. So the oscillating tool made short work of those lip things, and it literally is the exact perfect size. I've got everything loaded in here. It closes up. So I'd say that's a massive success. That's way more organized, and that was cheap.
So now we're moving on to the top. I'm gonna just throw some stuff in this little bin. I think that's gonna tidy it up a bunch, and we're gonna call this done after that.
So now we've got this whole toolbox transformed. The top's tidied up, a bunch of stuff's in this bin now holding that. We have some room up here for any impact guns or whatever we're gonna bring up there. And then our bottom drawer is all organized. Our middle drawer is organized very nicely. Our top drawer has bins. And it all closes up and comes along with you.
And there you have it. It's all organized. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and I thought it'd be a fun video to bring you guys along and just show you what kind of things you can do to save money. You don't necessarily have to run out and buy organizers at Harbor Freight from Matco, Snap-on, stuff like that. You don't have to buy that expensive foam that I can't remember the name of. You can do a lot of stuff if you're creative, and it'll be pretty well organized. It might not look super pretty and everything like some people's boxes do where they have the foam and everything's laid out super nice. But you know what? When you're working on stuff, you get greasy, dirty. Who cares if it's pretty? Nobody's gonna see it. Build your budget toolbox organizer just like I did, and you'll be very happy. I'm making a video every day because I want Cleetus to invite me to the Freedom Factory. Check out my video up here on why I'm doing that. And I'm making a video every day, so tune in tomorrow to see my next video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any other ideas for this video, like other organizational tips, hacks, whatever, let me know. And I will see you guys tomorrow.